Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price, beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, December the 2nd. It's a pleasure to have you with us. I thought today I was going to be introducing Kathy Salter to talk about the Unbound Book Festival, but for some reason she couldn't be with us. She sent the director and the founder of the Unbound Book Festival in her place, Alex George. Good to have you here, Alex.
Nice to be here, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, and plus a nice accent also.
Yes, I'm not from around these parts.
I got that. But now tell me, for people who may not be familiar, what is the Unbound Book Festival?
So the Unbound Book Festival is a relatively new festival. We had our first event this April, and so the one that's happening next April will be our second. It is a free event. It's an event for readers, and we have about 30 authors and poets who come from across the country to Columbia to talk about their work and their lives, and they give readings and they sign books, and we have performances, and it's a good day.
Performances? What kind of performances?
Yeah, well, we have, so one of the things that we're doing this year is we are having one of the panels that we're doing is about disabilities, and one of the disability, right, okay. And writing about disability, and one of the people who's coming is actually a deaf playwright. And we've been talking to the MU Theatre Department, and we're looking to actually have some of his plays or excerpts of his plays performed.
How wonderful.
Yeah, so things like that.
Now, the Unbound Book Festival, you said 35 authors will be coming. Yeah. So it's not just local people. You've got people from all over the country coming in? Coming from all over the country. And these, do you have some locals?
We do have some locals as well. But, and the reason that they're coming is not because they're local, it's because they are wonderful, nationally renowned authors. And we have people like Cornelius Eady, who's a very well-known poet. We have Laura McHugh, who's a best-selling author of psychological thrillers. So they happen to, I mean, Columbia has this amazing community of very well-known writers. So they will be coming, but we have people from across the country. They are New York Times bestsellers. They are some best-selling authors.
So first of all, how did this all start?
Well, the idea came to my head several years ago now when I was on tour. I'm an author as well, and I was on tour for my last book, and I was going around the country, and I went to some of these things. I went to one in Louisiana and one in Maryland, and I remember thinking to myself, well, Columbia would be a perfect town for this kind of festival because, well, first of all, we're a town that loves its festivals. And
we do. We have a lot of festivals.
A lot of festivals, and we love them all. And also, this is a hyper-literate community with all of the universities. And I just thought, and many readers. So I just thought, well, this would be a great idea. But then sort of life got in the way, and I wrote another book, and various other things happened. And it was really only when I finished my last book that I began thinking about it again, and I began just talking to educators and to writers and to booksellers, and I said, what do you think? And
was Kathy one of those?
She was one of those.
She's got her hands in so many things.
Oh, yes, she does. Bless her. And nobody said no. Everyone said this is a great idea. And so we began, and it took 18 months of planning to get the first festival off the ground. And as soon as we finished, we started working on the next one.
Now, you're bringing authors here from all over the country. Mm-hmm. Are you paying for them to come, or are they paying their own way?
We are paying.
How are you raising this money?
Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm here today to talk about Como Gives, but we rely very much on donations from the community. Because one of the important things about this festival is that every event is free. Absolutely everything that we do is free. And what that means is that we basically, and that was a very important principle when I began this, I wanted to make sure that everybody could come. But it has cut off the source of revenue from ticket sales. Yeah. So what that means is that we do very much rely on sponsors and grants, but most of all we rely on donations from the community.
And how have you been doing with that?
Very well. I mean, people have responded with extraordinary generosity, and we're always finding new ways to sort of to ask people for money, but people understand the value of this festival, and particularly now that we have one under our belt. I mean, last year was very successful. We had over under 4,000 people who came.
4,000 people for the very first
For
festival.
the very first festival. And we're hoping that we're going to get significantly more than that, because now people know more about it. So we're looking forward to seeing bigger crowds. And one of the things that one of the reasons why we might get a bigger crowd this year is that our Friday night event, so I should say a little bit, so the event takes place over 2 days. There's a Friday night event.
So the date is?
That's April the 21st, and that is taking place at Jesse Auditorium on the MU campus. And then most of the events take place on Saturday on the campus of Stevens College, and we use about 5 or 6 different venues there, and they go all day running simultaneously. But the Friday night event at Jesse Auditorium, we've just announced this a couple of weeks ago, is going to be the keynote speaker is going to be Salman Rushdie.
Okay.
And we're very excited about that, and so we're really looking forward to inviting him to town.
So the date again are April the
21st and 22nd. Correct.
It's all free of charge, but if somebody would like to make a donation, how do they go about this?
Well, you can go to the website, which is unboundbookfestival.com, and there is a donate button.
Okay.
Very helpfully placed, and you can just tap on that, and that's one way of doing it.
You can donate online?
You can donate online. The other thing that you can do in December is, so Como Gives, which is this wonderful sort of charitable giving bonanza that takes place, which is run by the Boone County Community Foundation. We are one of the participants in that. And so during the course of December, you can go to their website, which is, I guess, comogives.com.
Right. And there's a whole list of organizations that you can give to.
Right.
Again, you can scroll through that list, and then you put it in your little shopping cart.
That's right.
Put it in the shopping cart. And what you're asking people who are listening and watching us is to look for the Unbound Book Festival.
Yes.
Is that the way you're listed on Como Gives?
That is how we're listed.
Okay, the Unbound Book Festival, and take them and put them in your shopping cart.
That's it.
And make a donation for that. And you can make, I believe the way the Como Gives is that you make a donation, and then you can say how you want that money to go to different organizations.
That's right. I think you can sort of say, well, $20 here and $20 here and $20 here, but then you just hit one button to pay for it all at once. So
exactly.
It's a brilliantly simple way, and painless way of giving money.
All right. So we will have you back before the April Festival.
Wonderful.
Alex George, thank you so much for coming by, telling us about the Unbound Book Festival, which will be April the 21st
and 22nd.
That's right. Okay. Jesse Auditorium, and then also at Stevens College.
That's it.
Pleasure having you here.
Thank you, Paul.
Monday, we've got Capital City Productions on, and we'll meet the author of a book, Ordinary People, Extraordinary Times. That's it for today. Drop me an email, something you'd like to hear or see, pepperp@missouri.edu. Have yourself a nice day.